Yeah, no, it's not over yet. Alright, so Ding has pushed back Chris away from his base, and he's moving towards Chris's base now. He is fighting with, yeah, almost exclusively cavalry archers against a mix here of cav archers and skirmishers. This is not working much better either. Chris, as I said, has a very good map. He walled it off, just like I thought. He has all the resources he needs in his base, while Ding's base is harder to defend, but he built a lot of buildings there to be safe. So right now it's very, very equal, I would say. What is Garglove doing here all the time? Chatting during the match. He's swapping back. There we go. Okay, so big fight now on this hill in the middle. I think this hill will really be important in this game. Who gets control over it? And it stretches from, let's say, Ding's area onto Chris's area. Oh my god, Chris is fighting here, but he has less units. He does have skirmishes though. Ding is adding skirms now himself, but they're not elite yet. It's just normal skirmishes. Yeah, Ding has to retreat. Chris has control over this hill in the center now. Really interesting. There is a town center coming up for Ding. At the gold. And Chris is getting, I guess, either a siege workshop or a castle. It's a bigger building. I think both makes a lot of sense. To take the control over this hill, get some buildings there. It's a siege workshop. Okay, so he will start, I guess, ramming down the buildings there. All right. I'm gonna put myself on busy mode so you can't hear the messages, notifications all the time. Is the stream working? Yes, the sound is on. So I'm sorry you can only hear my voice at the moment. But this is what we have to do. My PC crashed again. I'm sorry for that. Trust me, I'm the one who's most annoyed with all this. Anyway, Ding seems to be pushing Chris back because Chris moved his cavalry archers out. But he's raiding now in the east and in the west. And he's bringing more skirmishers, but there is also a mangonel from Ding, so the skirms might be in trouble. Oh, a ram from Chris. He could attack. Yes, and he did it. He used the ram to destroy the mangonel. And the skirmishers from Chris are fine again. I can see cavalry archers in the west who are really far. Yeah, Garglove is showing them now. They're really far from Ding's base. Why did Chris move them so far away? Did he expect some eco there? No. Chris's base is perfectly safe, stone-walled. He just made a little hole there to get the gold. This gold there in the center was not protected. Ding is harassing it, killing villagers. It's still a close battle. I wonder why Chris moved out from that hill. He should have just stayed there. You can even call it camping. He just camp there, maybe get a castle, get more buildings. But I think he's already lost control over that hill. Oh boy. Quickly check something. Sorry, just making sure everything is working fine. Yes, the stream is working. Let's switch back to the game. Are they still playing? Oh my god, they're still playing this, so this is a long game here. Okay. Yeah, Chris is... I don't know whether you could call it a push, but yeah, his approach there failed. Chris had to move back. Yeah, skirmishers and cavalry archers against pure cav archers. Needs to retreat. Chris's skirms though are on that hill, and I think he's joining armies now and moving in with rams. Okay. Yeah, just as I thought, they're fighting over this hill, and Chris had the control over it again. I wonder why he split his armies towards the east and the west and gave up the hill. Okay, now Ding has already elite cavalry, sorry, heavy cavalry archers and more rams. He's in a really good position now. The score is 8,600 against 8,200, so not decided yet, but it's looking really good for Ding now. Skirmishers in the front, cavalry archers in the back, and in the very middle it's the rams knocking each other out. Chris has capped rams while Ding is on normal battering rams. And as you can see, the hill bonus works too for rams. Siege rams now for Chris. This is gonna be a major thing because it's only ranged units on the field so far, so skirms and heavy cavalry archers don't do much against siege rams. There is a castle now for Ding on this hill, which will make it harder for Chris, of course, to push through. But the first siege ram has already docked. Chris has more army in this battle right now. 3 more siege rams are moving in from the siege workshops in the back. Cavalry archers standing behind the castle. We can't really see them well right now. This will be crucial. Is Chris going to take down the castle or not? Now Ding is bringing scouts. I'm sure he will upgrade them to light cavalry and hitting the rams, but it's wow, so many rams now for Chris. I think the castle will go down eventually. Chris needs to bring the cavalry archers closer to use this moment and kill some units. But yeah, I think the castle is going down. It's still 3 rams hitting. Yeah, the castle is down. That's a big win for Chris there. Nice engagement. Very good fight for Chris. Let's take a look at the scores. Yeah, Chris has the score lead. He's 500 score ahead now after this battle. Chris has so many siege rams. I think in hindsight it will be the siege rams that won him the game if he's gonna win this. They're doing great work for Chris at this moment. Yeah, Chris will get his sheep soon. Okay, is Chris bringing reinforcements? Because it's a close battle right now. I'd say they have more or less similar amount of units there. Ding is pumping out light cavalry, and I don't see a lot from Chris. Come on. Chris has heavy cavalry archers now too, so it's an equal battle. And the rams in the middle, they just soak up the fire and they distract the light cavalry. So yeah, rams are definitely important in Han Wars later on and in Mayan Wars. They're definitely a force to be reckoned with, even if there are no units to ram, sorry, no buildings to ram down. They play a great role when you are facing ranged units such as plumed archers or heavy cavalry archers. Alright. Okay, seems like Chris could not push through. The game is not decided. Ding is still fine. His eco is fine. There's no raiding going on. Ding is moving some light cavalry units into Chris's base now. I can see that on the mini-map. But that's not much, so at this point no real raiding going on. Okay, what else? Chris is starting to move in now from the north. There's this forest in the center. First he tried to get the hill in the south of this forest, and now he's moving in the north. Siege rams, cavalry archers. It's not gonna be enough. There's a castle coming up from Ding to protect his gold and the farms there. Chris has less cavalry archers. And yeah, the rams might kill the town center, but they will not survive long there. Okay, now light cavalry out for Chris too. Killing some skirms in the middle. Yeah, Chris had to move back. It's expected. He's gonna kill off the few units that are following him. A little bit of raiding now in Chris's base. Okay, he used the outpost and found the gold. That is really nice for him. I think in total, Chris has one more gold spot. Or let's say this extra gold spot is closer to Chris's base. Okay, now it's a lot of light cavalry for Ding now. And Chris has to move back again. He's really retreating to this hill now that is closer to his base. And he has all his army buildings there. Siege workshops, stables, castle, etc. Okay. Quickly check the score. 13,500 against almost 13,000, so 700 score difference. Not a big deal in this late game stage. But I think the scores reflect that Ding is starting to, well, not only catch up, but getting the upper hand, as it seems.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Excuse me. All right. Town center coming up for Chris between wood and gold. And he's dropping another building there. Not sure what it is. A siege workshop. Why is he building a siege workshop there? There's nothing to kill. Maybe just to get out siege rams very near to Ding's army because he's facing cav archers. Oh boy. Yeah. Pop 100, yeah, about 80 for Ding, 175. Yeah, some raiding there, but again, their main bases are still fine. Both have very strong economies. They can fight this imperial battle for another hour. It's a minute 59 now. This is such a great game. I hate the fact that my computer crashed, so sorry again about that. Chris didn't watch the hussars there. They're going to die, but yeah, at this stage of the game, you hussars don't matter that much. Ding is on pop 117 now, but he's quickly replenishing. Yeah, the battle is stalled, really. Chris is sitting on his hill, which will be hard to fight for Ding. And, well, Ding has his castle there in the front of his base and all his army at this spot, so will be interesting to see first where they are going to attack, because there are 2 castles for Ding. Will not be easy for Chris to find an easy way into Ding's base. And the same goes for Chris. He has mostly stonewalled his base. He has this castle on this nice hill. Well, that's an interesting battle. Chris definitely has the hill bonus here for most of his army. Ding doesn't. Okay, there was Ding building a few stables to raid from the side, but Chris saw this and is killing the villagers with a few cav archers. This battle here is the big one. Yeah, I think really the hill bonus here did the job. Yeah, okay, now Garklov is back. Lots of dead units here. Chris moved back a little bit to get all his units on the hill. And I think also the castle fire is helping. If Ding brought in a few trebuchets, Chris could get into trouble. Yeah, well, Garklov is watching this one hussar there killing the gold miners. I would really like to see the big battle now. Okay. Okay, we're back. There is... Oh, it's siege rams coming in for Tammy. Why not? I think he's gonna take out the siege workshops from Chris there first to have more space and position his army in a better way. And then eventually go for the castle. Chris is sitting on the hill in front of the castle with his cavalry archers. Yeah, Chris's population is 160, so that's far from bad. Okay, now Ding is moving in with 5 siege rams, and Chris's numbers don't look that great. He's pumping from all his stables, bringing in hussars and cav archers from the ranges. But the siege rams are moving along the south of Chris's army. First ram has docked, second ram has docked, third ram is there. Yeah, the fourth one died. Okay, but it's still 2 siege rams hitting the castle, hussars hitting them now. Yeah, no, the castle is not going down. The last ram died and Chris is repairing it. But we are seeing the resources from Ding now, but I can't imagine that Chris has a lot of stone. Let's see. Oh boy. There are some... That's a funny waypoint for Chris. It's halfway between their bases on the very eastern edge of the map. Ding is raiding inside Chris's base now with hussars. They're basically idle units there for Chris. I should send them somewhere. Okay, that was a fair amount of numbers for Ding sending in hussars into Chris's base. Probably doing some damage. Yeah, Ding is killing some hussars there. Yeah, Chris is really fighting the front door of his base. It's still not decided. It's so hard to tell. 19,000 score for Chris, 18,000 score for Ding. Score difference is only 800 or 7 to 800. Such an exciting game. It's 1 hour 8, almost 9 minutes, and still not decided here. Usually Arabia Hun Wars have a winner at a rather early stage, but this is not. I couldn't tell who's gonna win this game at this point. Yeah, Chris starting to raid now too, sending him in hussars from the northwest, from the 9 o'clock position. 9 or say 10, 11 o'clock. Yeah, this raiding in Chris's base seems to be very effective. Chris is losing villagers, but still he's on population 180. Oh, Ding found a hill he's going to use. It's outside Chris's buildings and the stone wall, so his units are rather safe there. He's taking down the range to get access to the base, but Chris is bringing a lot of heavy cavalry archers now. Yeah, Chris is raiding there a little bit with 6 hussars in total, but yeah, that's not too much. Ding has units there himself. Okay. Well, Chris is mainly defending his base while Ding is doing damage, so in the long run I would say it's looking good for Ding, but so hard to tell. I'm not sure about the relics. Didn't join the game that early. Could be that Chris has more relics and financing his cavalry archers with those. A little bit of raiding there too. Damn, there's a villager that probably, I don't know, died to a wolf or to a hussar, I don't know. The relic is there, not getting used by Ding. Big amount of cavalry archers, but they're running into hussars. They are really fast and have good pierce armor. Yeah, Chris is retreating towards his castle again. God, come on. Yeah, well, Chris is fighting. Okay, Garclough is set. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up this game. I really want to see how this ends. Yeah, I think Chris lost too many cav archers there when he ran into the hussars. Also, his base is looking worse and worse. No more farmers working. He's spreading farms now in the west of the map, but his main base is a cemetery, really. Yeah, Chris still has this huge amount of cavalry archers. They're so hard to kill. There's so much going on. There's raiding in all parts of the map, almost, and yeah. Is it just that Ding is going to run out of gold now, or I know the game is over, but I don't know who won it yet. Right now if Chris really gets his gold from the relics, then that could be a game changer. Yeah, Chris has positioned his cavalry archers very in a very smart way between all the buildings. They're squeezed in, not easy to approach. A little bit of raiding from Chris, but it's not as efficient as you can see. Lots of villagers on the farms doing their job. I could imagine that Chris might run out of food eventually. Yeah, Ding has 1000 food and 400 wood. Population 170, roughly. Yep. Quick to take a look at the game. Okay. And God. Big bunch of hussars moving into Chris's base now. I wonder why, because there's not much left to kill. He could focus a bit on, let's say, the 8 o'clock position. Chris has a lot of villagers there chopping wood, and yeah, he spread extra farms there. Okay, there are hussars coming in now from the north, raiding Chris. Yeah, let's look at Chris's resources. 1400. Do I see this correct? Yeah. Well, anyway, long story short, Ding is popped on population 200, and Chris is on 130, 28 now. If Ding is adding pressure, then it's gonna be hard for Chris. Yeah, Chris is losing a lot of villages there in the 8 o'clock position. This will hurt him. He's running out of resources. He cannot reinforce his armies there. Oh God. Population 100. He has these cav archers, but he doesn't have any resources left. 700 wood, only 100 food. Let me quickly check the game. Okay, it's 1 minute 20 to go, so let's see the end of this game 1 here. Oh boy. Population on 107 for Chris. Oh yeah. 1600 food for Ding and population 200. So I think, yeah, there is the GG. So the score is 1-0 for Chris, and I can stop streaming Darkcloth stream now. Let's quickly change the score. Score is here. Player 1. So that's it. Save, and it should be on the stream now. Let's quickly check the recording. I will move this over here. Dashboard. Okay, so yeah, it seems like we're live, and the game is starting now in this moment. Okay, it's Chris's home map now. Let's quickly check which one it is. It's called Hamburger from the Light Random Map Pack. So if we take a look at the minimap, or maybe check the civilizations first. Oops, wrong one. It's Mongols against Mongols. So the minimap looks like this. As you can see, it looks a bit like a hamburger in the middle. The players are separated by this forest here in the middle. I know that villagers can usually walk through here, or is it a fixed map? Yeah, I think this extra tree here prevents it. Or can they walk pass by, we will see. Anyway, there is water around their land that has a lot of big fish, as you can see. So it's definitely worth fighting over the water. And since the wood in the forest is not that big, you can actually tower it. A tower placed here could keep off a lot of villagers from, say, chopping wood in the center. So if you want to get some more wood income, you have to transport your villagers over onto the edge of the map, all around their, let's say, hamburger island. There is more wood and there are more resources. Let's have a look at that. That's actually interesting. Stone in the 12 o'clock position. Gold for Ding in the 2 o'clock. More gold in the 3 o'clock. Chris has only 1 gold. So the gold distribution on this slide random maps is sometimes a bit of an issue. In this case, it's favoring Ding, I would say. He has 2 golds and nice stone, while Chris has only 1 gold, as we just saw, and 0 stone. On the other hand, let's check. Chris has a lot of relics. He has 1 on his island here, and he has 3 relics in the back, while Ding only has 1 relic, which is really close. But let's just see. Yeah, Chris is getting the dock now. Population 15. Before minute 5 still. He's building it on the really outskirts of his base. So then he's chopping wood at the edge, the very edge here, very west of this long forest in the middle. Dock is finished. He pushed in a deer, which is always helpful. Okay, he's getting a house, getting a fishing ship. Let's switch the point of view. No dock for Ding yet. That's interesting. So they are playing 2 very different strategies. Ding is on stone with 4 villagers, and he's getting onto wood now. So let's actually check their uptime. Yes, Chris is not up yet, while Ding is already up by 40% with population 16. Oh, there's a scout fight. I think Chris had the first hit, so Ding needs to retreat. Chris is pulling back too, so that's fine. There is some solid gold here though next to their town centers. Let's quickly check. Yeah, that's a lot of gold, so they are not forced to leave their island for the gold in the beginning, but the wood will be an issue. And as we can see, this will be very interesting to see how Chris is going to respond to the towers. Ding will be up in a few seconds, 95% now. Again, scout fight. I think they started hitting at the same time. Oh, another hit for Ding. Chris is bringing a villager. So close. Okay, both lost their scouts. And Ding is building his first tower. With 1 villager only. Second villager now building it next to his wood. Ding knew that Chris is not chopping wood here, but he did not know that Chris is mainly chopping his wood here in the west of this forest. So this explains his tower positioning. He saw this 2 chopped trees, so he probably thinks that his main wood is here. So he wants to hit it from this side and this side. But he will see it now when the towers are up with the line of sight they get. Okay, so there is a wood from Chris, so it already paid off for Ding to build those 2 towers. Chris is forced to leave this lumber camp. Now he sees the first lumber camp, which has more villagers on it, and he's getting a tower. And the tower is up. Okay, so this is, let's say, Ding's opening. He forced Chris off from wood. Oh, Chris has no loom, so that's already 3 villagers, I think, in total dead. So let's see what Chris is doing now. Chris is on the water. He does have 1 galley here that gets shots from 2 galleys from Ding. Yeah, Ding must have gotten a dock in the meantime. And there are transport ships now for Chris. We see those injured villagers. Those are the ones that took, yeah, the shots from the towers. Ooh, this is not good for Chris now. He's losing the water. He brought 4 villagers over. But those 2 galleys, they're causing a lot of trouble for Chris now. He's losing 1 fishing ship after the other, which, yeah, they could contribute to Chris's economy a lot, actually, with the big fish. Chris has this 1 lumber camp now. Yeah, he found some trees here, yeah, bamboo, and villager micro. Well, he has other problems now. Chris is on 62 stone, so he's actually not mining stone at all. While Ding, yeah, he is 3, so he still has 280 stone. He can get more towers if he wants to. Chris is responding now with this 1 tower. I think he just wants to get Ding off this wood here and hurt him a little bit, but Ding can just, yeah, place his lumber camp here, move over to the east a little bit, and the tower from Chris here will not reach him anymore. Okay, so alright. Ding has 3 galleys, Chris has 2 galleys here at the moment. He's repairing this 1 galley, but it's still an uneven fight. Yeah, those 3 galleys, they shoot so fast, not repair the galley. And now it's a 3 versus 1. This 1 galley here is going to go down. Yeah, okay, now Chris will take control over the water here in his own area. Let's check the wood again. Yeah, Ding can chop wood, Chris can't. He needs to transport his villagers over, which is what he's doing constantly, as we can see here. Again, more villagers. He's on 129 wood now. He can afford another lumber camp. It's bringing back this 1 fishing ship that he was able to rescue earlier on. And Chris is moving out with 5 galleys now. Let's quickly check. Warships. 4 galleys for Ding, so it's 5 against 4. Yep, just as expected, Ding needs to retreat. We can see his dock here. I didn't show that earlier. Oops, this villager is... Oh, nice micro here from Ding. He moved the villager in a way so that the shots would miss. Ooh. Okay, let me quick check something. Go. Okay, no one is complaining about lag, so I hope everything is fine. Ding is in the score lead by 300. Well, obviously, he was able to chop all this wood here. But Chris is trying to pay him back now. Let's see. Yeah, Chris has 142 stone. And he has already paid for this tower, which will force Ding off from the wood here. Maybe these villagers will not be reached. Yeah, they are not in reach of this tower here. Oh, but Ding just moved them over to gold now. Ding has a little bit of an unbalanced eco. 500 50, 70 gold now, and now close to 600. He has so many on gold. What's his plan? He's getting a market, and it looks like he wants to buy up his way to Castle Age. Let's check the fight on the water. Some micro here from Ding, but Chris noticed and focused another galley. Yep, and he's sniping the fishing ships now. Yeah, and also Chris is bringing in 4 more galleys, so starting to look good on the water for Chris, which is actually what we should have expected, because he had this early dock. He moved over to the wood here really fast. Let's check his resources. Yeah, Chris does have a good wood income now. What he is lacking a bit is gold, which is funny because he can easily mine gold here and here, no problem. Okay, blacksmith coming up. Oh, I think Tammy forgot the second feudal building. Yeah, he does get close. He has, yeah, he can buy his way up. 800 and 200. There we go. He has all the buildings and he just clicked up. So very interesting to see what Ding will be doing with the castle upgrades and the ability to build town centers, etc. Let's check Chris's point of view again. Let's actually go back to the Fog of War for a second. Chris is in the east of the map now, scouting with his galleys for some fishing ships, but there's nothing. The berries here are abandoned. What else? Yeah, Chris has water control. I think it's safe to say that. Chris definitely dominates the water. And he is, well, he is in his score lead, but Ding clicked up to Castle Age, so that will change. Let's check their populations, maybe 50 pop for Ding, for Chris, 40 for Ding, but that might be explained with the ships on the water. Okay, transport. 5 villagers from Ding. Moving over to... Wait, is he moving over to Chris's island or this part on the island here? Oh, very interesting. Stable coming up, plus knights. So, Ding will raid Chris here. Let's see, has he walled off? No, it's completely unprotected. Ooh, this will be a big blow for Chris, I'm afraid. Let's take a look. Yeah, a few farms here for Tammy. No more fishing ships on the water. He won't be able to get a lot of knights out, but he has 2 knights already. And Chris is building a tower now. Ooh, I think the tower could go up if Chris really brings all the villagers. He could also bring his galleys. Yep, first galley coming in. Villagers bashing the knight. Oh, and I think... Is there another knight coming in? Oh yeah, this one knight is still around. And Chris is moving out. I think he's trying to bring the villagers over with the transport. Ooh. Ah, more villagers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5, 6. Ooh. Lots of villagers down for Chris. And now, okay, the galleys are back for Chris. But he can still enter this area here from the side. This gate does not cover the shoreline. What's happening on the land? Not too much. Building and repairing towers. And this is bad for Chris now. The galleys on the water cannot reach this one knight who is still, yeah, a menace here. But there are three more knights in total, so 4 in total for Ding on the mainland. Yeah, both don't have too many farms. Chris is catching up now on the gold. He's still in feudal age though, minute 28, and now he just hit 800 food, and I think he can click up. Does he have the buildings? He does not have a market. He does have a blacksmith. And I don't see any army buildings, so no barracks, no stables, no range for Chris. I think he will have to build a market sooner or later. There are some more farms, that's good for Chris. Genius play from Chris here. He just walled up this part, and now he's chopping wood here. He walled in his villages. That's really a clever solution. Okay, so Chris is on 1,000 food now and 800 gold in total. What is stopping him from going castle actually? And there's the GG from Chris. I think Chris just noticed that he doesn't have a market, and his... wow, there's a Mangudai. There's... oh god. There's a Mangudai. So yeah, that's the GG. Those knights could not reach the lumberjacks, but this one Mangudai could, so no more access to wood for Chris. There's the GG. I think there's no point in looking at the achievements right now. This was an entirely strategic game. This was not about who had the better boom and the better income. This was really the strategy that won the game for Ding here. Okay, let's quickly go back. This a little bit bigger. And I think I can bring back the taskbar overlay. There we go. Let's change the scoreboard. Where are we? Here we are. So this is the 2-0 for Ding. Who would have thought that? Quickly go back to the room. Here we go.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
I'll quickly use the time to invite some co-casters. Someone here. Yeah, I'll ask Katsuni maybe. Or it might be too late. They have already launched. Let's see. Anyway, I need a glass of water. I'll put on the overlay. Maybe play a song. No, play a song for yourself. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
When someone hears this, Masmoratov, whoever is on the channel, you can play an ad now.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Beep beep. Okay. So this was game 2 out of 5 games. It's definitely gonna be 5 games since it is not a best of 5. It is a round robin format. I will quickly take a look at the rest of the settings. The game 1 was Chris's home map. The next game now, game 3, will be Ding's home map. I personally have no idea which map he's going to choose. Ding is really a well-rounded player. I think he can play pretty much every map really well, so it will be a little bit of a surprise here. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's gonna pick. It's 1 minute 40 to go. The overlay is still on. I'm gonna take it off now. All right, can actually, it's a little bit smaller. What else is going on? No panic messages, so I hope the stream is fine. What is Katsuni saying? Nothing. Nothing. No. Alright. I'm keeping an eye on the chat as well. And yeah, just let me know if everything is fine. There's 1 more minute to go. Yeah, I personally like both players a lot. I have the biggest respect for Chris, obviously, and Ding has showed more than once that he is a top player himself. So Chris just got back. Ding or Tammy is still in the game. I think Chris just resumed the game and they are launching now. Alright, so no, that was not it. Tammy went back himself and Chris is launching. Maybe there was a little problem and Chris had to add a map to his folder. We can't really tell, but it's gonna be another 2 minutes of spectator countdown. I just see the stream that is still running. I can show it to you guys quickly. So this is what happened 6 minutes ago. This is such a cool game. Funny map and really clever play from both players. Chris first reacted well to the towers, but then Ding had this genius idea of harassing the lumberjacks in the back, and that actually won him the game. First with knights and then with this single Mangu die. Really entertaining game. Right. Let's move this back. Okay, 1 minute to go, roughly. Again, this is a match from the veterans of the Clash, if you just tuned in. This is gonna be game 3 between Chris or RVK TheWanderer against Ding, also called now POZ Tammy. Both players are considered to be, yeah, let's just say top players. They belong to the world elite, that's safe to say. 40 seconds to go. It will be the home map for Tammy now. And as I said, I'm not really sure which map he's likely going to pick. He's not a one map player at all. So let's just take a look. Okay, there we go. The map is Double Arabia from COT. Haha, that is always fun to watch. And the civilizations are Huns. So it's a Hun war on Double Arabia, on this desert. Sorry, I need to do something here real quick. Oops. Okay, back. Oh cool, Fiat just messaged. I'm gonna quickly reply. Alright. Let's quickly check their maps. This is not only double the amount of things to do for the players, it's also a lot to mention for the casters. So this eastern TC for Chris is really open. Will not be easy to wall. Well, he can throw down a few buildings here. The western TC is behind a forest here, so might be easier to protect. Front gold here, back gold here. Nice wood in the... well, this is not too nice. But he has enough wood. Wood will not be the problem on either side. Okay, then for Ding. Front gold here. Some wood in the west. Not too much wood in the east. Front wood with an oasis. No real backwood, I would say. This one here is a bit far and on a hill. This one is definitely too far in the beginning. Okay, let's check this TC. This TC is really close to Chris here. As you can see, Dingsbor, which is not too far, is already close to Chris here, and the two boars are not too far as well. Probably they will be scouted and they can be stolen. Let's just have a look. Okay, there is a boar coming in for Ding. Just cheap for the moment here. This TC. Sheep here as well. First boar coming in the west. Already a boar in the east. I have to admit that I am not really well aware how to play Double Arabia as a player. I have played it a couple of times, but I have not really looked deeper into this map, what kind of strategies and build orders you should go for. With Huns, as you know, you can do pretty much everything. You can drush, you can scout, flush, you can go forward with spears and skirms. Huns really allow for many strategies, so let's just see what the players will be doing. You can go fast castle on Double Arabia, of course, because you have 2 TCs, you have many villages in the beginning, you can go up to castle really fast. Chris is on population 31 at minute 6, and Ding is on 30. Yeah, both players are on 32 now. So yeah, everything normal so far. And I can't really tell what the players are going for at the moment. No one is mining stone, no one is getting a barracks. Chris has joined his 2 scouts now, and yeah, that's also a thing you can do. Just take both scouts in Dark Age and maybe pick up a villager. So why not? He's probably gonna go for the berries. Okay, there's a mill for Chris, which makes sense. The deer is rather far from his TC. Those villagers, will he notice that? If the... I'll quickly show this. Those deer here were not in the line of sight of the villagers, so that's why they didn't react. automatically, and Chris had to manually send them on to the next tiers. He decided to go for 3 villages here in the south and 2 villas in the north. Okay, so more scouting going on now. He saw the berries, but I don't think he killed a villager. Alright, switch the point of view. Will Chris do something here? No, he's just scouting it. Okay, 2 scouts coming in for Ding. Interesting. Will they fight? No hit yet. Ding scouts are just following the green scouts from Chris. Ah, come on. Okay, 5 villagers idle for Ding at the moment here at the berries. You always have idle villages on Double Arabia. It's really hard to keep track. Population 47 for Chris. He's gonna be up. Ding is already up. Population 48 now. They're up. Where did you build the barracks? He built the barracks in the east. He was building a blacksmith, so yeah. Ding is going for a fast castle here. Might be a cool idea, because he will be up to castle by minute really fast. Maybe 14 or so. 13 something. Let's see. And then there will be Chris, who's going for an archery range. Did he get a stable? Let's check. No. No stable for Chris. It's only archery ranges. Okay, Chris is pulling those villagers back because he knows that there will be army out soon. And he's walling in his lumberjacks here. Ooh. Yep, and it's not only fast castle, it is actually early scouts. Damn. Chris wanted to wall them in really fast with 2 gates. Oh, but he's bashing them now. Oh, and he trapped 1 scout. Haha. He quickly built a barracks. But also 1 villager was outside. So 1 villager down. 3 villagers in total dead for Chris. Did he? Yeah, he did get loom. And all scouts are still alive here for... What? Why is he not giving the scout the last hit? Okay, now 3 scouts here on the gold now. Chris needs to retreat. And they already killed the first scout, so... Oh, Chris is not microing this too well. He lost vills, he lost 2 scouts. And those 3 scouts are on low HP. He could just bash them. Okay, now he's retreating. Will he pick up a last villager? I think so. Yes. No, but he's not getting too greedy. Okay, so how is Chris gonna respond? He has archers out now and cavalry archers. And Ding is getting out knights. A lot of knights, actually. There's already a monastery, so monks will be great against knights. But Ding is hitting the gold here from Chris at the moment. It will cost him some villagers. Yep. We can hear them. Well, it is a good amount of archers and cavalry archers now. He found the wood, forcing the lumberjacks to retreat. Okay, there's the first monk. Ding actually killed this knight so that it would not get converted. Okay, Ding is moving his villagers here to a wood in the very, very south of the map, hoping that it will be safe and Chris will not find it too soon. Running around. 3 knights harassing the gold here, but there is a town center now protecting it. A lot going on. This is really the exciting thing about Double Arabia. There's so much action from an early stage onwards, and well, a lot going on everywhere. Ding is about to lose those knights here, I think. Still 2 knights killing villagers. Well, it is not a bad deal. He has killed a hell lot of villagers here. And Ding is pulling them out now. That's good. This one knight will die. Where is he running now? Okay. So no fights at this moment. One last fight here. Okay. But the players are massing army again. Looking a bit at the eco, I suppose. Oh, Chris is scouting now. This TC will probably go up. There are enough knights to chase the Cav archers. Yeah, TC will go up. That's good for Ding. Nice economy. The scores are the same basically. Both players are on 3k score. Chris is leading by maybe 150. Really interesting to see because they're playing 2 different approaches. It is basically 4 knights at the moment for Ding. I don't see any other army units. Let's quickly check. Yeah, it's 12 cavalry for Ding, knights only. And Chris is on 19 cavalry archers. 3 spears. Is he adding infantry now? Oh, he picked up a villager here. That was about to build a stable. Go back to the normal view. Yeah, so mostly cavalry archers for Chris, and obviously they are great for raiding. They are fast, and since they have range, they can kill units, yeah, really fast. Okay. Ding entered the wood here, but Chris pulled the villagers back. A lot of villagers on gold now for Chris, but he needs it. He's producing dozens and dozens of cavalry archers. Yeah, also another thing. With knights you cannot harass villages like that. Here you can just place the Cav archers behind the forest. Alright, Ding is again hitting Chris's gold here. Usually this would hurt him a lot, but since it's Double Arabia, he can just use the other gold. And right now he has a ton of villagers here. Let's quickly check. 24 gold miners for Chris at the moment. Wow. Okay. Another monk out for Chris. He has 2 monks. He's not using this one. Maybe he does not see it because it's behind the monastery. Not sure. 3rd monk here. Yep. Oh, does he hit? Oh yeah, monk down here. This monk will die too. Huh. That's 200 gold gone for Chris. He has 2 more monks. He saw this one now. Something happening? No, nothing special happening. Okay. Well, nice raiding from Ding, really. Okay. Well, but it's starting to become inefficient. 1 knight converted, 1 knight deleted. What is Chris doing here with his Cav archers? Ding has swapped to Cav archers himself now. But this fight here is looking good for Chris, I have to say. Yes. He has +2 armor. Ding does not have it, so easy fight for Chris here. Yep. Ding is losing a lot of cav archers here, and Chris is just picking them up one by one. Yeah, but now it's starting to get thin, because do you see this? This is a lot of ranges, so Ding can produce them really, really fast. Okay. Let's swap over. The economy here in the east for Chris is safe. In the west, Ding is not raiding at the moment. And as you can see, they are really close next to each other. They can basically see all the time what the enemy is doing. Double Arabia is really, really fun to watch, if you ask me. Okay. Monks are healing the units here, that's always nice. Yeah. Ding had to delete those 2 knights before they would get converted. Yeah, some idle farmers, but nothing major. Let's change the point of view over to Ding. What is he doing? Also heavy on gold. This wood here is still safe. He should maybe get another lumber camp. Chris is in the middle now between Ding's 2 town centers. And Ding is waiting on the hill. But I think Chris has more army here. I think Chris will be able to get control over this hill. And that could be bad. Because from this hill here, if he's really using this, let's say, pathway to the middle of Ding's base, build all his units here in the center on this hill, could be difficult for Ding, but not sure it's gonna happen because, yeah, as we said, Ding can really build army fast now. But, well, there is the hill bonus for Chris. The monks are starting to convert units now. It should be careful with the TC, that's extra fire he can easily avoid. Oh, that's nice here. They are sharing this wood, they just live in peace. Not so much here. Some cavalry archers from Ding just forced off the gold miners here. This battle here is still not decided. Yeah, in the long run, Ding is gonna make it, I think. His reinforcements here are enough, I think, to kill Chris's army. But Ding has lost a lot. We definitely have to say that. And the scores are definitely apart now. 6k against 4.7k. This raiding from Ding here with the knights early on left a mark, I guess. And yeah, Ding is raiding really well here. He forced Chris off from wood, off from gold here. He killed his army just now. So at this moment, let's quickly check the army statistics. 39 cav archers for 40 cav archers for Ding and 32 for Chris. So Ding has the numbers now. He could do something with it. Okay, Chris is on the hill. That's good for him. Not a good engagement for Ding. Yeah, he's pulling them back. But also Chris didn't look at this point here, so we lost some cav archers too. It's going back and forth. Yeah, Ding is not positioning his army well. He's losing units here for nothing. Well, Chris has them really on one spot and they're firing all the time, so... Let's quickly check what Ding is doing. Yeah, he's hitting this wood, this gold again. He has constantly been hitting this gold all over the game. Yep, those villagers here from Ding had to die eventually. What's happening here? Chris found this wood here from Ding, but... yeah, it is actually a lot. He can kill off some villagers here. And he forced a lot of villagers off from wood, actually. Is he gonna scout this part? Let's check. No, there are no villagers. Ding is really holding his position here in the west of Chris's 2 bases. There's the GG from Chris. Yeah, 7.3k against 5.5k score. Really, really well played from Ding. I think the early knights did a lot of damage. The Kev archers from Chris, yeah, they did well too, but Ding's raiding was really, really great. He had this safe wood here all over the game. Not too efficient here with the walking time and the hill, but Chris's resources got raided all the time. That didn't allow him to keep up with the army numbers. Quickly check the achievements. Just a sec. Yeah, villager high, 108 to 74, and I would really explain that with the raiding. Ding, Tammy killed so many villagers. Chris, he probably kept his TCs busy, I would assume that. But he lost villagers to the raiding. Okay, what else? Castle Age, they played roughly the same eco build order, let's say 1421 till 1426, so almost the same Castle Age. But then this decision from Ding to go scouts and knights instead of archers and cavalry archers really won him the game, because he played it so well. And also there's a critical number. With 10 cavalry archers, it's not that hard to kill some knights, but with one knight you can definitely kill 1 or 2 cavalry archers and some normal feudal age archers. So this early strength from the knights here did the job. Resources, quickly check. Yeah, Ding of course was able to collect more resources because more villages. We had that. Let's go back.